Good day, truth-seeking friends watching this program. My name is Eltisator, or Aaron's as most people know me. With me is Ibulama, or Nikita, as most people know her. You can find more about us on your website, Barami's Tower of Light. Please check it out, guys. It's worth it. My sincere thanks to the Most High Toratre Yahweh Goria and all the true light side guides he appointed over me, who guided me to compile these programs. Pelasa Toratre Yahweh Goria. And thank you, Nikita, for presenting this program with me. Purento, Okabos, and Bebazola, Iliska, thanks for the technical care of all these series. Thanks to Floranza and Zontara, who help verily and verify and ensure the content of each program via our two-way communication systems with our light side guides. Now, friends out there, if you find this program worthwhile, please subscribe, like and share with other truth-seeking friends. Tick off the little bell icon so to be notified for forthcoming programs. Please pay attention not to miss the many dozens of facts to remember during these lectures. This is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward. Peter.
Aaron's, it's a great pleasure working alongside you as always.
Thank you.
And what does the key unlocking wisdom, which reads, as above, so below, reveal to us? On the first page of this program, we read, the understanding of wisdom is essential for psychic and spiritual growth. How do we learn to understand wisdom? We understand wisdom by simplifying it.
How easy is that? You know, if people only want to think of it, you simplify it. And this is what we are going to do here. The difference between, and I must listen very carefully, this information is crucial. The difference between the consciousness giving life form, giving consciousness to a God's body, and a human soul is found in their psychic and spiritual development. Am I right, Nikita?
Definitely, Ernst.
Why do you say so?
I mean, it's you need to the more higher you vibrate, the
Yes,
more
thanks.
info.
And people out there, you know, they are so used to one God. If they listen to this, I know it's going to be a shock for them, but reality is always a shock. So yes, we can compare a human's body to a God's body, to a Hefkenam's body, to a super Hefkenam's body, to a Torata, to a Toratare, to the Most High.
Yes.
We can. And there's only one difference. There's a lot of physical differences, but
Yeah.
it all lies in the psychic and spiritual development. The higher a soul vibrates to be a light side representative, the more psychic and spiritual related computer programs are added to that soul. Just see the soul as, you know, if you are unconscious, you're alive,
Yeah.
you're breathing, but there's no conscious. You know what I mean? You cannot function. And so yes, if you do not use these added programs, they will be taken away to give to somebody eager to use them. If you use it properly and in favor of the greater, endless, invisible unity, more programs of what? Of understanding will be added to you. We experience it regularly.
Daily.
Daily.
You can think of a God as a human-like, consciousness-giving life form who developed psychically and spiritually to a level most human souls and human bodies cannot even imagine. As they develop the life after life, the human-like bodies they give consciousness to become more ancient-looking.
Okay, she mentioned now the human-like bodies. See to it that it is imprinted in your brain. There's bodies which look like, or that looks like our bodies, but it's not human. We'll come to that one. Just make sure. And the farther you go back in time, if you watch the previous series of programs, there's photos of Efkenhams coming from Dimension or Heaven 360. They definitely don't look like us anymore, but yes, the biblical gospel, according to Matthew chapter 13, reveals Joshua and his chosen disciples having a spiritual conversation when people crowded to listen to him. After Joshua finished telling them the parable of the sower, his disciples asked unto him why he spoke to the crowd in parables, to which he answered, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdoms of heaven, but to them it was not given. Listen once again, the reason: because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdoms of heaven, but to them, the outsiders, it was not given.
What was given to the disciples that was not to the crowd who listened to Yeshua? The answer is understanding. The 12 disciples Yeshua chose already according to their lifestyle fairly deserved to receive the first program of understanding, which the crowd did not deserve at that stage.
For the sake of those watching this program or this kind of program for the first time, you know, I don't think there's so many deity programs on international television, who may not know the difference between a soul and a physical human body. Let us just quickly recap. You, as a consciousness giving life form, give consciousness to the body you see in the mirror or any reflecting object. When the human body you gives consciousness to die, the real you separate from the human body, either to be earthbound or taken to a fairly deserved planet in one of the endless light side or dark side dimension kingdoms.
Due to its composition, ordinary human bodies are visible to human eyes, restricted to seeing only material vibrating at 108.108 Hz frequency. A human soul vibrates on average 150 Hz frequency. That is why the human eye vibrating at 108.108 Hz frequency cannot see human souls called ghosts.
Make sure you've taken note of that, the different vibrations. Then a human soul, transparent to psychic's eyes, consists of millions of programs we refer to as written computer programs, strictly according to the provisions of the cosmic laws, the counsel plan of the Most High. Each human soul consists of programs needed for a specific life on earth and training for a position in the endless afterlife. Now, if, according to the counsel plan of the Most High, I, as a soul, must be trained to become a Zora Molege healer, I will not be programmed to understand subjects not needed for my training and career in eternal life. To explain the programs, I refer to the following. I did not receive a program to understand mathematics. Oh, this was horrible during my school days. You can explain mathematics to me for years on end. I do not understand mathematics. However, I received many other programs which I do understand, like some of the cosmic sciences, of which deity science is one. I am blessed to have received the program of understanding.
Judged by their mindset, the crowd Yeshua spoke to did not then fairly deserve to receive the little program called understanding. The question arising is, understanding of what? Understand the mysteries of the kingdoms of heaven.
You know, the proof of this is portrayed in the fact that Christianity consists of more than 6,000 different believing Christian churches, of which the Roman Catholic, the Presbyterian, and the full gospel churches number only 3 of the more than 6,000 different believing Christian church types on earth. Can you imagine the vastness of the differences? According to them, all out of one God's mouth? Ridiculous.
If you study the differences in beliefs of these more than 6,000 Christian churches, the conclusion is that believing in anything concerning a God makes a Christian of you. I know about Christian churches practicing voodoo rituals, which is black magic. Check the news in the Vatican for more horrible details.
Oh, and the news in the Vatican, Nikita, you know, don't watch it before you go to sleep. It's nightmare fuel. Each Christian church decides what they prefer to believe in. Since Joshua Redopa's time, those who have not received the fairly deserved programs to know and understand. Doesn't matter you know it, you must understand it. The mysteries, what must you understand? The mysteries of the kingdoms, plural, of the heavens, have created their different kingdoms of heaven to spirituality reside in the day they die, as they refer to a soul transfer for a soul relocation.
As above, so below portrays above to be a mirror image of below, and the other way around.
Okay, before you go on, what do we mean, Nikita, above? Meaning in the high, or let's start there, on planets, humanities or human-like nations, on planets, vibrating light side higher, in the higher light side vibrating dimensions. They live the same as us, just on another level of what? Understanding, because they have so much more to understand than we do.
As above, so below portrays above to be a mirror image of below, and the other way around.
Right. How do you manage that? You say that the above, the humanities or the human-like nations, whatever you want to call them, residing on planets vibrating higher light side in the higher heavens or kingdoms. Of course, there it will be much what? Complicated to live there because their technology are so much higher than it. But you know, they've got councils, we've got a council. They've got this, we've got that. More or less the same. So if you can just start thinking about that, you are going to understand deity science.
If we study the detail of how governments and the humanities on earth function as below, and consider a few necessities to add, we start to understand how the above functions. We inherited how to live from our creator Hefkenams. They taught us their ways. Their ways become more perfect the higher their radiation vibrations. It differs from dimension level to dimension level.
Yep. In other words, the higher you go, the more advanced technology and lifestyle and anything becomes. Actually not so advanced, actually very easier. Because they haven't got so much problems self-created than humans on earth have. And every 26,000 years, I mean, I think it's now since the first humanity was created or fixed on earth, in the Hyperborean, which was approximately more or less 201,365,117 years ago. Every 26,000 years, the earth was recreated. You know, and if you look in the Bible, Genesis is a Latin word. We prefer the Hebrew Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, the Elohim recreated the heavens and the earth. In this case, the earth. And it has been done now for the 7,744th time since first humanity, if my calculations is okay. But more or less, when are the next recreation going to take place? At the end of this 2000 year of Aquarius. Mark my words, we'll see if we're right or not.
And an example also for them to go and research is, for example, the Atlantis experiments.
Yes, go and check the Atlantis, the Lemurian, the Hyperborean, all those, the Rebellions. There are so many to study. Thanks, Nikita. To understand the true light side is not accessible to any consciousness giving life. Giving soul, not in service of the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria. Doesn't help you to pray to other gods and false gods and messiahs and Father knows what else, and how you want to. Yeah, you can learn this, it's for free. But don't expect to understand the mysteries of the kingdoms of heaven or the heavens. Why is it always easier to live within the provisions of the cosmic laws? Because if the cosmic law says where? In the Christian Bible, among other places, in Deuteronomicon, chapter 7, and then chapters 28 and 29, where it says, if you do this, the reaction on your action doing this will be that. In other words, you know, if you are going to hybridize, what is going to happen to you is already explained in the Bible, and you cannot talk it away, because it's been like that since we can remember. It never changed, never ever, not even during the last 2,000 years.
To be in service of the Most High means to study and live according to the cosmic laws of the Most High, Torah Yahweh Goria, and His deity's code of conduct. By study, I also mean learning two-way communication, to know your guide and learn from him or her who you are, where you originate from, and your profession in the afterlife after 8 lives on earth, in Earth's school of learning.
The deity's code of conduct and the cosmic laws of the Most High are downloadable for free. Mahala, you get it for free. From our website's main page under the section More Info. And you're so welcome to go and check out on the previous series of programs.
So many.
Hey, my friend, don't miss out on it. Every human soul in a human body on earth has the right to do what? To choose for itself. You know, in our case, on earth, we've got all the necessary books and wisdom to put us on the right track. But people are not interested. Every human soul in a human body on earth has the right to choose for itself. Remind yourself repeatedly that all life forms, visible and invisible to the human body's eyes, are vibrations of different frequencies. If you can understand that anything you see or not see is vibrations of different hertz frequencies, then you have something to be proud of. You start understanding. In a previous series called See Through Angels' Eyes, I have explained how to change your vibration to learn to see other hertz frequency vibrating life forms.
Different life forms' eyes are created to see only what they need to see and nothing more. Different colored domesticated cats and other cat species do not see the same all see three-dimensional, but then their hair color and eye color change their levels of perception. Among psychics worldwide, it is general knowledge that people with green eyes are psychic.
All animals are psychic in the sense they can see in different other dimensions too. Black cats can see more different vibrating dimensions of life forms than white cats can, which does better in healing people. Oh, this is so nice. White cats take away negative energies. Black cats destroy different demonic life forms in the atmosphere around us. Beautiful.
What a privilege. The higher a human soul vibrates pure white light, the less demonic life forms will be able to attach to or possess such a human body. The higher a human soul vibrates dark mist, the more dark side in tune such a human is. The same applies to higher dimension life forms. Better said, that the higher a dimension or planet vibrates true light side, the more spiritually the life forms will be developed who reside on that planet. The Most High is perfect.
On the other side, the higher a dimensional planet vibrates dark side, the more developed the dark side life forms who reside there on that planet will be. Think of the different vibration levels as ranks and powers attached. The more light side you develop, the more light side power and high rank will be added to your soul's profile. This is so awesome.
The more a planet is ruled according to the provisions of the cosmic laws of the Most High, the less dark side ways for the life form residing on such a planet. Think of it in picture visualization format, life form.
Yep. And to be able to understand the following realities, you need to understand the title God. Oh, for heaven's sake. Get a proper Strong's concordance. I gave the correct number, the ISBN number of the correct one. And go and check it out. You know, the title God. The fact that Christians are mind-controlled or brainwashed by their chosen theologians to believe in one God restricts them not to understand deity science, so please.
According to the applicable Bible concordance of Strong, there are more than one Strong's Bible concordance, so please make sure you use the right ISBN number. And that is in our first program, Gods versus Aliens, if I'm not mistaken. The words God and Lord are not the name of a God. Both are titles. The title God refers to a plural, multiple gods, endless, like goddesses, demigods, demigoddesses, god families. It's an endless title.
Yes.
Forget the lie leading to believe that there is only one God. The lie belongs to Christianity and not to any light side kingdom religion.
Yep. Now we come to the interesting part of this program. With this understanding, let us discuss questions arising from deity facts. Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like human forms, live in houses like ours? Yes, except that the higher the vibration of the planet, the human-like life forms which reside there, or the individuals, the more developed their houses. You know, my guide Isaiah told me in Dimension 8 where he stays, so I've been there. I can approve of it. It is like that. I wasn't there in full body, but in spiritual in-tapping. And where they reside, it looks like, if you look in South Africa or even in America, it looks like palaces.
Yeah.
It's not houses, it's palaces, but beautiful. And you know, on earth it is like that. I mean, if you're let's say you are the state president of South Africa, you will not live in this house where I live. You will live in a mansion. Yeah. The White House is a residence for the American leading people who leads the world at this stage. So, yes.
The fully enlightened ones reside in what we see as castles and palaces. The higher a planet or dimension vibrates, the more first-class light side it becomes. What about the dark side vibrating planets and dimensions?
Now let's discuss the dark side residences in their different categories. Yeah, you can see the examples in the series. See through angels' eyes. There are planets in the black or the dark side dimensions. There are really black planets, black suns, black whatever. And in the light side, hey, you must go and listen to those programs. It will give you really another vision of deity science. And next question, do higher dimension planets, human-like life forms, have servants? Of course they have servants. They have. Everybody in the universe is a servant for somebody higher in rank. Humans on earth not excluded, even if they think so. All outside light forms are in service of the Most High. All of us as humans are servants or are servants of the new world order. Can you imagine that? If you don't know it, where are you as a soul going to end up if you don't know this?
When you pay taxes, you are a servant of somebody. You pay to allow you to work to survive.
Just hang on and listen to this one. And I know a lot of you people out there are going to freak out there, but this is a fact. Doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. When you pay any form of taxes, even that 14%, yeah, when you buy a bread or something, you must pay tax. To them, servant is just another general task description. To be a servant is nothing to them, because even the one just under the Most High is a servant of the Most High. This is how it works. And servants are in place in all dimensions. Think of the servants who died with Cleopatra. You know, those two servants, girls, they went into that chamber with Cleopatra, where the Egyptian cobra, you know, they killed it, all three of them. So yes, what can we discuss here? The dark side service or servants in high dimensions, Satan, Lepidodara and the rest. You know, people always think that Satan is our biggest enemy. I thought so as well. When I was younger, I always said, if you don't know Satan better than he knew himself, you are in for a big surprise to lose the battle. You fought against him. So yes, it is. Satan is not the biggest one here. He used, before he came to a full, he resided on planet Pentora in dimension 22, or heaven 22, light side. And what about Lepidodara? Who's Lepidodara? He is one of Satan's bosses in the 190th dimension.
Yes.
So can you imagine what is... Satan looks like a teenager against a world champion, you know, if you see the difference. So let's see, just make your brain used to as above, so below. As below, so above. Just a little difference between the two. Do higher dimension light side planets, humanity like life forms, have legal systems? Of course they do. I mean the provisions of the cosmic laws tells you there must be a legal system. Yes, all of them have. All legal systems are rooted in the cosmic laws of the Most High Toratre, Yahweh Goria. That is, light side planets and dimensions. The higher the light side vibration of a country or a planet, the less complicated the legal system becomes. Remember, the Most High is perfect in all. On his level of light side, there is no indication of dark side vibration. So how easy is it to live there?
Yeah.
No, you cannot. I mean, people preferring to live how they live on earth don't know the difference yet.
In the previous series, we shared ancient wisdom secrets on where the Most High prefers to reside. The Most High resides in the 13th star system he named Rhythmos, on a planet in dimension 130 named Kivalatore. The fact that the Most High prefers to reside in dimension 130 does not mean dimension 130 to be the highest dimension. Dimensions are endless and expand on a daily basis.
Yes. Dimensions operate like the true light side, except all their laws are unfair. Yeah, you know, if you go to dark side planets, Earth at present radiates more dark side than light side. There are stages, you call it biorhythms. Even the planets have their own biorhythm waves, and you can check it on that. But yes, 130 is definitely not the highest. And if you can remember, everything light side is without anything dark side, and the opposite. In other words, if you live light side, you become older because you don't have all this crap we have on Earth to sit up with. That is why also one of the reasons, also the rotation speed of the planets, but that also, the higher you go, the older you become. So, yay, man. Next question. Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, have families like us? Oh, now for the big shock. To most Christians, yes. We learned the names of two brothers of the sun god Amun-Ra. We had two-way communication sessions with Hefkanams who have Hefkanam families. The higher the light side vibration frequency of a family on a higher vibrating planet, the more they remind me of well-off people on Earth, living according to the provisions of the cosmic laws. You never see anything wrong there. The higher you go, the less becomes the chances that you will see even the slightest cosmic rule or transgressed. What do you see, Nikita, as demonic seed lines? Where did they originate from?
The demonic seed lines, they are also basically from like the Nephilim, the fallen angels.
They created their own life forms.
Yes, so that's where all of those.
Where do we originate from? From labs. I mean, how did they create us as a human soul? In labs. This is where they created us. So there's nothing horrible to that. I mean, where else would they created us? In a lab. Life has been created in labs, in dimension 1. And demonic seed lines also contains demonic or demon life forms on Earth who what? Who created their own kind. They do that. That's serious. What about the Nephilim seed lines?
That's why it's endless.
Yes, I mean, we call it demonic seed lines, but it's actually satanic seed lines also, you know. There. But Nephilim, Genesis chapter 6, there's a whole program on that in the Brahma's writings. And then Lefitadore, his seed lines are on Earth. What is he? Poison. Lefitadore, poison his people. Yeah, the demons that sting you in the lower back, and hey, no tablets, no painkillers will help. You will suffer. And then, of course, the satanic seed lines, you know, all those who rule the earth, all their so-called authorities, down level to the lowest level, they are all working or be part of satanic seed lines, or they work for them. Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, have transport systems? I know 2 different dimension models, Macabas, which I was taught to operate during 2 previous intappings by making use of the cosmic science militia, well explained in the previous series. I know the Ganula, on which I ride during an intapping session using militia. At first, riding in a Ganula, I thought I was on a magical carpet. Plus, what we see firsthand in our night skies and UFOs on videos taken by people worldwide. Now, the interdimensional traffic rules applicable to interdimensional space travel. Do you know anything about that? I do not know much about it except for one. We saw something on a video, you know, it's like a train passing in the night skies, and we asked, what is that? And they told us, oh, that is a train off, and they gave us a name. And they explained to us that they are actually transgressing the international legislation of international traveling. They are not allowed to come so close to Earth that we can see them. But as they are, some of them are dark side, they just, you know, they take the shortest route, and so might it be. They know humans are inside their houses watching television stories or rubbish, so they go there free. So yes, there are traffic rules, which are daily also transgressed by those international, interdimensional travelers. The biorhythms of the known Creator Hefkenheim's experiments with humanities over millions of years, known as Lemuria and Atlantis time spans, provided time when they had no roads for vehicles between their residences. During this time, they were already acquainted to travel by teleportation. Remember, the more wisdom you understand and live by, the more and brighter light you as a soul will vibrate and radiate, and the humbler you will become if you are a human or angelical soul on earth. Now, what do you see as dark side transportation? Nikita, can you guess?
It's going to be the same as
and also
as above, so below. Portals.
Portals,
yes.
You know portals. How many portals have every house got? Here where we sit, there's a computer screen, there's one, there's a small one. How many are there? Each mirror, each reflecting services, you must cover them up, shield them, otherwise you're in for big trouble.
Do high dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, eat what we eat? El Tizatur once found himself on a planet in Dimension 5 where he saw people living like we do. However, the produce they market is unknown to him.
Yes, Nikita, that was very weird. I didn't plan to tap in or something. It was like a night dream. And I found myself, you know, with a friend in that, let's call it traveling something. My body is here on earth, I'm there somewhere, and I see this friend of mine, and I know him, and you know, we discussed, his sister was there and her friend and whoever, but as we walked, I saw, what the hell is this? I don't know this produce. You know, on earth you get green beans and pumpkins and all that lacquer stuff. There, nothing was And that was when I realized, you know, I'm not dreaming, I'm on another planet. And yes, it was planet or dimension 5. That was very intriguing. I know Basetta to be the best herbal plant the true light side Hefkanames gave us to help us develop faster, psychically and spiritually, and keep the human bodies we give consciousness to healthier. Now, for other people who don't know what Basetta is the heavenly name for
Cannabis.
cannabis, yes. Now, don't start smoking cannabis because you heard the name. Go and check the programs and see what you can smoke if you want something to happen here, for the third eye to open, whatever. Do you know the activating words that break down mind control or brainwash? Just in case you forget it. Rmotsa elon sat fast, palo toratre Yahweh Goria. Harto zolame satan igota, pelat. Remember those words. If you feel threatened by a dark sider, learn it by heart and speak it out loud. It always works.
Definitely. The higher a Hefkanam vibrates, the more alien his food will be to us. Think of the Anunnaki king's body on Earth in the display,
Oh,
which we will
yes,
be showing on the
you know,
screen.
Nikita, if we look at that, it is so beautiful. I mean, look at the skin color, look at the nose, the beard, the everything. I haven't been there to touch him, but I watched the video clips.
Yes,
You
yes,
know where
video
they
clips,
do
yeah.
this? I mean, there you can see it. It is so beautiful. And then on a planet in dimension 9, where I found myself as a consciousness after tapping in there by using the cosmic law Melessia, they taught me how and what to picture in my mind during a Thanksgiving prayer that changes the working of food inside the human body. You know, this was also very beautiful to watch. If I can recall it, we have discussed it previously, but what is the prayer that they taught us? Visualize, if you see you are going to eat, let's say, this apple. Visualize in your mind's eye, what is the apple going to do to your body? And then start and say, Rmotsa elon sat fast palo toratre Yahweh Goria. Then, Tara Oche Yahweh Pelas Sateva Zeta de Corso Levar Pelat Orsoge Hallelujah, 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 Pelat. And what will happen? Go and test it, you will see what happened.
Do higher dimension light side planets, humanity-like life forms work as we do? The higher the dimension, the higher their technology and brain power to administrate. They all work, however, the higher the light side vibration, the more sophisticated the work and job description. The lower the dimension, the more primitive the work becomes. The dimensions 0- get more primitive and animal-like than human-like. In the dark side's lower dimensions, low-rank demons and other horrible life forms reside.
Next question. Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, go on holiday as we do? What would you guess? What is the name of the program? As above, so below. As below, so above. Yes! For sure, although a holiday can be planetary or interplanetary, all depending on the psychic and spiritual development of the human-like life forms. The Ra family as example. Now, all of you who watch the previous series know that there are different colored suns. Sun is always known to be a star. Now, our star, which color is it? We see it as an orange to yellow. There are turquoise, purple, red, You name it, they are all there. Colored suns as stars shining. Now the Ra family, where will they go? We know they reside, or Amun resides, where? In the sun.
Yeah.
So where will he go on holiday? We ask a question on him. Was he only the creator, Hefkadam, of our sun that we know here, or did he create all the suns in the third dimension of all star systems? Yes, was the answer. That he created all the suns in the other dimensions also? I mean, under him must be Hefkanams who work, but was he in charge, or is he in charge? The answer is yes. So where will he go and reside for his holidays? To the different dimension planets where his family resides. Easy as that. You know, Nikita, I get a feeling some of these people are going to see the reality of real deity. It's not one daddy and a lad and a holy spook traveling on a little cloud. Yeah. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, it's as ridiculous as what we learned in Genesis, where was it, 3? Where Cain murdered Abel, and now he had to leave. And Cain left the paradise and resided in the land called Not, where he builded a city. I mean, ridiculous. The only man there, for who is he building a city? With what? Is he carrying those load blocks weighing 350 ton each on his shoulders? Or, I mean, yeah. Ridiculous.
Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, know what we know about deities? The higher the dimensional planet vibrates, the more the human-like life forms residing there know about true deities.
Yes, we can discuss by comparing higher dimension knowledge, restrictions, which can be lifted. You know, one day, for those who don't know it yet, when I were at school, I wasn't the brightest pencil in the box because they wanted me to have subjects like mathematics. I don't have programs for it and stuff like that. But in any case, when I left there and I wanted to go to university, which I did, one of the doctors there was a doctor in administration. And he said to me, okay, let's do a few tests. But long story short, I was found to be, a little bit of a photogenic mind when it comes to certain subjects, like, for instance, deity science. I took books it was proven 4 minutes a Volksblad. That's a whole newspaper. Go and write a test on it and you get 95, 98%. Up to a stage where I found myself to be dreaming Sunday afternoons, lying on the bed, waking up from a nightmare into a next nightmare, out of that nightmare, and then eventually I asked the cherubim angel, his foul, said to me, Foul, what is this? And he went to have a look, and he came back and he said, your brain, the human brain can only take so much, and yours is full already, because really for years on end I swatted like this, page. So I think my record was 300 books per week that I put in the mind. So then I asked, okay, at that stage I was still young and I had a lot to do. So I asked his foul, now that I know that my brain is almost full, that is why I start forgetting a lot of things, can we not ask the Most High Toratri Yahweh Gloria to let all new knowledge of deity knowledge go to my brain, the angelical brain, and not in the human brain. He went there, came back and said, it's been lifted, you can swap as long as you like, it will go to your brain, not the human brain. So yeah, there you've got it. You can change if you want. You can ask. You know, if the brain is full of rubbish, okay, let it be full of rubbish, but let's start with your own brain and filling it up. Do all higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, breathe oxygen like we do? Nope, unfortunately not. Some do, while other, higher in rank, use other substances to survive. South Africa houses a sinkhole somewhere where at the bottom displays an ancient wall. Very huge, very huge. And to the trained eye, it is obvious that those who resided there came from a dimension planet somewhere above dimension 360. Can you imagine that? Now, you know, in the Great Canyon, there's also a wall. It's actually a cave where you go in and there's warts and whatever. And in one of those is a lot, or are a lot of, what do you call it, mummified bodies. And they don't look like humans, very, very, very on the same level. So we found out that they come from dimension 360 and upwards. So you can imagine what will a Hefkendam, for instance, look like if he resides on, let's say, dimension 10 trillion and 17. What will he look like? Because it's endless.
Yeah.
Get it in your minds, people.
Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms look like us? The higher the vibration, the more the human-like bodies differ from our human bodies.
Yeah, you know, Nikita, it's very interesting. In dimension 26, where I usually tap in when I want to learn Zora Molege, the Spiritos and all that stuff, it's very nice to see how they live there. You know, they look like us, except for their bodies are not like us. If they cut themselves, it is like saying a word and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's healed. It's more a trick to heal you as a soul body, because you are made up of what? Of programs. So to heal that means to overrule a program that's not working properly, get it out, reload it with a new program. As easy as that. But to do it on the word, it sounds easy, but if you see how they do it, it is absolutely a miracle. So yes, you know, the more alien their bodies become. And I mean, during that one series where I went to that dark side, I cannot remember what the planet's name was, also tapped into. I mean, there's humans like, they look like us, but with heads off.
Oh, is it crickets?
Yes,
Yeah,
cricket
okay.
heads and
Yeah.
all horrible heads, you know. It's like human insects.
Yeah.
But the bodies are human-like, more or less. But, you know, to see such life forms,
Yeah.
it is absolutely breathtaking.
What do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, sciences entail? The higher the dimension or planet's vibration, the more complicated the sciences become. Think of Zora Molege, Malaysia, and all the other mind power sciences like astral projection, Vorosela, teleportation, shape-shifting, vanishing, and endless more.
Yes, let's see, what do we know about astral projection, Vorosela, teleportation? Everything actually you said, you must learn
Yeah.
to have that program added to
Yeah.
be able to do that. And if you are just curious to know what it will feel like to tap in, sorry, my friend, you will be allowed to tap in where you need
Yeah.
to tap in. So don't go for shortcuts, go for the real deal.
And then the main thing also, I think, that which is very important, is that before all of this takes place, also it must be according to the cosmic laws and that Vorosela rules.
Yes, yes.
Okay. That's also available on the...
Yes, you can astral projections, that cosmic law or piece of a cosmic law, Vorosela, you can get it, download it for free, just to see how it works and how it, what you must do with it
Must
to
and
be
mustn't do.
to astral project safe.
Yeah.
Very, very good. What do I mention? Planets, humanity like life forms, clothing are made of. The first humanity on Earth was named after the creator, Evgenam Consella. During one in tapping in the archive of time, I was allowed to see what the Constellatis humanity looked like. I saw how beautiful the Earth as planet Lonakusa was. You know, they were not so beautiful because it was huge round heads. But I mean, looking into their eyes is just the same as looking into another human's eyes, just much more intelligent. You know, except for this big, you know, their skulls remind me of, what is this day when they celebrate with a big pumpkin head?
The 22nd of October was Halloween.
Halloween,
Yeah, something like that,
thank you, blame it to old age. Yes, Halloween, their heads, the skulls remind me of something like that.
Yeah, out of the dome.
But it is absolutely amazing. The Constellatis humanity I saw wearing clothes made of animal skin, but not primitive.
Yeah.
You know, if you see what those people do with their brains, I mean, they also haven't had transport vehicles. And you see one there, gone. Where did he went? You know, something like that. No, he will be back soon. Yeah, they looked like Western people. However, the consciousness giving life forms inside those bodies consisted of an average of 100 components, and each was loaded with mind power programs. Now, there is a picture as we took it that you can have a look at. Looks very much like that horrible thing
On the screen.
you make a pumpkin of, but in any case.
Do high dimension planets, humanity like life forms, have hospitals? Where Aaron's tapped in on a planet in dimension 6, true light side, hospitals are referred to as healing centers and houses technology unknown to mankind on Earth.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've discussed this so many times in previous series. I'm not going to stand still here, but let's move on. Do higher dimension, maybe, you know, I can just say this hospitals and whatever. I mean, there you come in, you've got this horrible wound, and it's lame, and within a few minutes you walk out of there, you're healed, you know. Hey. Right, do all higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, have jails? Yes, however, in higher dimensions I tapped into, a jail is another form of healing center. The healing specialists are very aware of two mighty demonic life forms possessing their human-like bodies to act through. And it happens constantly, even on Earth, and people allow it. And what is the the end of it. They grow inside
Yeah.
you, they grow you as a soul outside your body to be in the void in dimension 6. No, thank you, not for me.
Do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, have schools? Yes, they have schools. The higher the human-like life form's vibration, the higher the IQ. This is also on dark side vibrating life forms on higher vibrating planets.
Oh, you know, Nikita, this was also very heartwarming the day that I heard that you get actually, this brain has got its own IQ, but my brain has got another IQ, measured on what you know of on deity science. And I don't know what mine is, but I would like to find out when I come there. The schools are bigger than our universities on Earth. Subjects offered include, among others, deities, planetary and interplanetary and dimensional politics. Hey people, this is great. Dark side versus light side. No grey side life forms are allowed. Other subjects which I know are presented include cosmic laws, deities code of conduct, Zora Molege, Malaysia, manpower, and many other already named in previous programs.
And their children are tested and will not be forced to take subjects they are not programmed to understand. Only subjects in which a child is most predisposed to understand and be able to do will be studied by the tested child.
Yeah, the subjects we already named it now, a few of them, but it's very interesting. Another question arising, do higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, have defense forces? Of course, as above, so below. As above, so below. We sit with the National Defense Force. The Earth has got its own Earth Defense Forces. I mean, there are so many. Yes, although in more elevated levels of mind power and technology, the higher the planet and or dimension vibration, the more advanced weaponry becomes. And not only weaponry that you can see, mind power weaponry. I mean, what are we doing in a Paratosa, for instance? You stand there, you visualize a few stuff, you say a few words, and when you do this, you know, I mean, there's proof. Go and see the eyes. Complete change, everything.
Who are higher dimension planets, humanity-like life forms, enemies? Higher dark side dimension, satanic and demonic forces. Think of Lefitudara and his poison demonic life forms in dimension 190 dark side. The entire creation exists of only two political sides, namely light side and dark side. Live according to the cosmic laws and live according to Satan's laws. Or live according to Satan's laws.
Yeah, it's a choice you have.
It's your choice.
Do they get married to? Yes, except for the fact that the Most High decide on the best soulmate. There's no such a thing that I will go and decide, listen, I would like to marry that person or whatever. I would like Kabos to be my spouse. No, you ask him, he'll send you somebody. Then you know you cannot, go wrong because he will give you the right one to execute if you have karma, all that thing. Yes. So after one life with a correct soulmate, you will be okay. Me and Kabos and Florence and Zontara also married according to the higher dimension. I mean, you went first through Floranza's body, recitating like the mouth of the Most High to marry the two of us couples. It was so beautiful. In program 2, we will lecture some information on who the Christian Bible refers to as the Council of the Most High and what entails its purpose. if I may give you an excellent advice, watch this program again and make sure your picture on the stage of your mind what you read to help you remember what you heard. Please remember to share, like and subscribe. Oh, I think all of us is going to have a cup of tea or something better.
Ooh.
Yeah, yes, yes. So people, until next time, thanks for watching and blessed be. And we're looking forward sharing information on Deity Science Simplified. Until next time, bye.